UFL released its open beta on the weekend of June 7th, a free-to-play football game that has been in development since 2016 and has gone through multiple rounds of closed beta testing. It was made available for everyone to try out for the first time, and I've had the chance to play the game on PS5. While it's not a 100% finished product, the game has a huge potential to be extremely fun and engaging. As with any open beta, I encountered several bugs and glitches, but that was to be expected. Having played the game for countless hours, here are my top 5 things that I feel UFL does better than FC24. So, grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's get into it. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe for staying updated on all the new uploads. The first thing you see when you load up the game are its beautiful menus. They're very clean, simple, and extremely responsive. This might seem like a small detail, but it makes a huge difference in the overall experience. Navigating through UFL's menus was a breeze. Everything was laid out intuitively, making it easy to find what you're looking for without getting lost in a maze of options. As much as I like the new menu layout for FC24, it doesn't feel responsive most of the time, especially in the Ultimate Team, which can be really frustrating. And let's not kid ourselves, we all have experienced that, haven't we? UFL keeps it very clean and straightforward. However, as we only had the chance to play an open beta, it remains to be seen how they will incorporate new game modes and content in the existing layout once the full game releases. Gameplay should always be at the core of any football simulation game, and is often a decisive factor for us as a consumer. For those who have been playing FIFA regularly over the past few years, must be familiar with the concept of DDA, which stands for Dynamic Difficulty Adjustments. This is often sometimes referred to as scripting as well. DDA is basically a part of game code that is able to adjust certain gameplay conditions to make it more difficult or easier for either of the players. It is a public fact that the DDA is openly coded in the game, and EA Sports even has a patent on it. This essentially means that the dominating player in the match could see DDA make their gameplay less fluid and more prone to mistakes in order to make it for a more balanced match. Likewise, the other player who is struggling in that same match may find their gameplay more fluid with all the other factors favoring them. This includes rebounds, no AI tackling, and poor opposition AI movement in both defense and attack. There are tons of videos online that prove the existence of DDA or scripting in FIFA games over the years. EA have also banned one of the Reddit users from their community for showing a proof that someone from their live chat admitted that DDA is in fact a thing. For a lot of people, DDA is actually a game breaker, as it just makes it a scripted game with little or no control on the final results. As controversial as this may be, thankfully none of this exists in UFL. Of all the matches that I played over the weekend with both low and high rated players, gameplay seems to be very balanced, which makes it for a more rewarding experience, as your wins are a result of your own hard work and tactics. There will be a higher skill gap between players, as there are little to no factors that determine the result of the game. Rebounds still exist in the game, but are a lot more balanced than what we're used to seeing in FC24. You even get a 3-0 win if your opponent decides to quit any time during the match. Take notes, EA, wouldn't take a lot to add this in FC25. Unlike FC24, UFL is very close to its community and seems to be highly dependent on what the fans want. Not only they went on to engage with fans on Twitter during an open beta, but also handed out compensations when players were not able to connect with their servers, something which EA should definitely learn from them. This year, EA have made several big mistakes in Ultimate Team, from handing out guaranteed Team of the Year Messis to increasing the pack weight significantly during League 1 Team of the Season Weekend League, which saw everyone getting red Mbappes and Dembeles. This created a huge imbalance as players who were able to complete their weekend league on Friday ended up having a higher chance of packing these players. EA went on to quickly fix this by issuing the following statement: absolutely shambolic. This caused an uproar between a lot of creators, which even saw #BoycottEA trend on Twitter at one time, but the company doesn't care. Once UFL's closed beta ended, they sent out a tweet asking everyone to share their feedback so they can work on improving the game. Their CEO also interacts with users and openly asks for any constructive criticism. No matter how big or small the company may be, that's always a big W in my opinion. This kind of interaction builds a strong and loyal community. Let's talk a little bit about matchmaking. While it is often claimed that FC24's matchmaking is based on three factors, which are geographic location, your current form, and your platform, we don't always see this happening. Oftentimes, you get matched up against players who have far better squad value than you and possibly a winning record too. When it comes to Weekend League or Elite Division in Rivals, matchmaking is hardly consistent, and you don't always get matched up against a similar opponent. What I like about UFL is that they don't leave these factors on assumptions. When you match up with someone, you can see what their squad value is and what their record has been so far. Of all the matches I ended up playing in open beta, I was matched up against very similar players, which made it for a competitive yet enjoyable experience. As I bought new players and my squad value increased, I could see the same in the level of players I was matching up with. It's a welcome addition that makes a very balancing game. Last but not the least, let's talk about how pay-to-win FC24 really is. Ultimate Team has had some great upgrades and new features this year, but the pay-to-win factor of the game seems worse than ever. The skill gap is even lower compared to older alterations. In FIFA 23, we only started to see packs in the Ultimate Team store worth 200,000, 300,000 and 500,000 towards the end of FIFA 23 Ultimate Team cycle. However, in FC24, EA released a 275,000 coins or 3,000 FC points pack before the game was even available to everyone. As the year progressed, they have released countless high-rated packs which have completely crashed the transfer market in the game. While there is still an element of buying packs from real money in UFL, it is nowhere near the level of what we see in FC24. The pack gambling addiction is very real and doesn't really bode well for the future. While from a business perspective it may make sense for FC24 to take this direction, it will be incredibly frustrating and less rewarding for those who grind the game out. Not only that, it also makes the lifespan of the game a lot shorter, as you're easily able to build a strong team by spending real money. Those were my top 5 things I feel UFL did better than FC24. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments what you think about UFL and if you agree with these things. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.